Hey kids, welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 4, Navigating a Painting, Exercise 4. Throughout the rest of this class and most of the lessons, you're going to be given the option of the difficulty of the coding that you would like to attempt. It'll start from something very easy, A, all the way up to something very difficult, D. I know that you'll be tempted to do the easy one each time. And that's okay. Sometimes the easy one demonstrates exactly what we're learning. But let me just say one thing. The APCSA exam is not a very easy one. It's best to challenge yourself now, and I promise you it'll pay off a lot come the end of the course. For this one, I'm just going to go with B. That's a nice middle ground. Again, you select the difficulty you feel comfortable with. Let's go ahead and complete this exercise. If you see, not much coding given at all, but our last lesson really helped us out here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions, see if it helps us. We're going to instantiate or create a painter object called MyPainter. We're going to do that right here on line 7. We're going to use the move, turn left, paint, take paint methods to navigate MyPainter to paint each square in the path to the traffic cone. We have a note here. The paint method takes a parameter to specify a color. The color must be written in quotation marks, and we talked about this in a previous video. For example, paint white. White needs to be in the quotation marks, that part right there. The color name can be any of the colors listed from our documentation page. And if we click here, it brings it up to the documentation page. These are any of the colors you can use right here. Note, if you're going to use something like deep pink, it has to be spelled exactly. Capital D, capital P, everything just like that. So take note of that, and these are all the colors you can use. If you Google some colors, I'm sure there's more out there, but it will not bring it up. So just keep that in mind. Below that, we're going to get what we have to paint here. And if we go over here, you can see it looks like it has to paint, 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 turn, paint. Oh, we have to pick up some paint along the way, do some turning, and have to get to the cone. And we should end up with what looks like a cool little S when we're all said and done. And here is the actual course I have to go through. All right, well, let's start off right at the beginning. Let's instantiate a new object. So we are going to do painter. It's going to be MyPainter. This is going to be a new painter. Don't forget your parentheses and semicolon. That'll create the painter, which it did. So we're good. I'm just going to step through this. The first thing I need to do is get to the paint. So I know I have to go MyPainter.move like that. And then I'm going to have to take paint, and we need to get 3 of them because there's 3 there. So that's going to be MyPainter.take paint, not painter, paint. And then we have to do that 3 times. Watch your spelling. These are classic spots where I make mistakes because I can't spell at all, kids. Now we've moved over to that little dot. We've taken the paint. From there on out, we actually have to start painting. And if you remember back up here, we have a couple of commands we can use. And one of them is going to be paint. And that's what we're going to do. And we can use a color to do it. If we look right here, like paint white. I'm going to be simple and basic. Take theirs. Feel free to use any color you want. It doesn't matter. Taking the paint does not determine what paint you have to put down. So just keep that in mind, just the number of them. Down here, I'm just going to go MyPainter, paint, And then we are going to do white here. And remember, it's lowercase on this one. And we're going to do a little semicolon. So we are going to paint. And then every time we paint, we are going to then move over one. That means kind of our little system here is going to be paint, move, paint, move, paint, move. So keep that in mind. That should take us right to there. And we need to do that one more time to get to that corner. So I'm just going to go to my painter.paint. And that's going to be white. And then we're going to go my painter.move like that. So that should take me right here, and I still need to do my left after that. Let's run it just to make sure it's running. Oh, looks like we have to paint one more time there. I guess we could turn left or paint right there. I guess it really doesn't matter. I think I am going to do my paint right there, my painter.paint, and then we're going to do white. And then I think I'm going to do my turn right here. And that's just going to be my painter.turn left like that. And that has to be 3 times. I know, kids, no fun. Let's give us some room to work with. And that should get us turned right there. Let's see if that works. There we go. We have taken 3 paints. That means we have to pick up more paint. That means I am going to do my painter, and we're going to move forward towards the paint. And then we have to, and how did I do it up here? Take 3 paint, take 3 paint. And just like up here, it's going to be my painter, take paint. I could just copy this code because I know it works right here, and copy and paste that down there. That should get me that spot. I think I also have to paint that spot, don't I? So let's put white down here, and let's hit run and see where we're at. Oh, we got an error. My paint, again, spelling errors, kids, watch it. There we go. We got to do the same thing as before. We are going to do my painter and a move, and then we are going to do the my paint white. And just to make it look like it did before, if you remember, I did my paint white, then a move. We're going to do the same thing here. But this time, well, let's see what happens here. Let's hit run real quick. Yeah, I think we have to turn left after that. So we got to go to our turn right. I can just copy this because I know that works. So let's just go here to Control C and come down here, Control V it. And at that point, that should have us pointing that way. And then we should do my painter.move. And then we have to do my painter. And then we're going to do paint. What color? We're going to do white again. Ooh, spelled right though. And that should take us right there. And let's just clean up this here because I don't think, oops. I think this will be it. Let's go ahead and hit run. Let's go a little quicker here. We've seen this a couple of times now. Oh, we got another error here. Again, spelling errors, classic Rhodes. Uh-oh. I think we did too many turn lefts there. So it came down here. I think we only needed one. Let's just comment it out. This is always helpful here. Let's run again. Let's slow it down a little this time so we can see. And there we go. We got it completed. So we didn't need these two. I was thinking we needed to do a turn. We didn't. We can delete it because now I know my code works without it. And everything works pretty good. I can take this comment out again because that doesn't matter anymore either. So now my code's all cleaned up, a little more understandable. Everything works pretty good. Key takeaways from this lesson, kids, really are to take it slow. As you can see, I've done this exact lesson here 3 or 4 times already, and even I made a couple of errors just flying through it. Take your time, break your program down into smaller little parts. Run it constantly. It'll help you when you're writing your overall program. Take it slow and use your comments. As always, if you have any questions, come see me. Otherwise, kids, I'll see you on the next lesson. See you later, kids. Bye, bye, bye.